in front of a loud but unmistakably tense crowd. MLB The Show's coverage of the Major League Baseball postseason begins right here. It's the one-game American League wildcard playoff between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Yeah, you know, Ian Kinsler is a difference maker right now. And he always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the ninth inning with 2 outs. His approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Chris Sale gets the nod here at home for the American League wildcard game. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
Ian Kinsler strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Number 3.
Short, hit hard. Rollins is there. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
And this figures to be a very nerve-wracking game. I mean, both of these teams have played hard for 162 games, and now everything rides on just one game. One error, one wild pitch, one double play could be the difference between moving on or going home.
Sale's ready. First pitch on the way. Justin Upton comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Starting to get a bit chilly here tonight. 57 degrees at game time. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone. All that can do is tie you up.
And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now the pitch. On a good pitch there. Had him stretching to get out there. And it's 2-2 now.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
I'll tell you, if this is in off the plate just a little bit further, this thing might end up in the cheap seats in left field. But instead, it just gets to the outer half. He still gets pretty good wood on the ball, but he winds up pulling it right at someone.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are, so the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Tigers nothing. White Sox coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. A moment here from the south side to take a look at the Pale Hose starting lineup in this one. What's important for this lineup as they look to earn a berth into the division series, Psycho?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
Justin Verlander is on the mound for the visiting squad in this AL wildcard matchup. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
On his way to the plate is the center fielder Adam Eaton to get things started here in the home half of the first. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he's retired, 1 away.
Batting second.
You see here on show track, that pitch up and in just ties him in knots. You leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
Here's Melky Cabrera as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tap fouled at home plate. Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Set to deal on 2-2. On the ground to the right side. Taken in by Kinsler. On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away.
Batting third, first baseman,
Jose Abreu gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Yeah, and in a good hitter's park like this one, it's going to be even more important than usual to keep that fastball down. That's right where he's got to be living.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Drilled right back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
First base runner of the ball game now for either team comes with 2 outs here in the home first. Now, with the cleanup guy due next, things all of a sudden could get a bit interesting.
Todd Frazier set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out with the man at first. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. White Sox leave 1 after 1. No score. Victor Martinez makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Victor Martinez.
Sale has his target. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Two and 0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. J.D. Martinez will be next. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Shot toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You want to talk about getting on top of a high fastball. I mean, to call this at the letters, that'd be charitable. This thing's about neck high, but he still drives it for a base hit.
Here's J.D. Martinez as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center. So the first 2 have reached here to start the second.
Can't ask for a whole lot more to start the inning. Hey, back-to-back base hits haven't threatened to score our first run of the night.
Coming to the plate now, Nick Castellanos. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Well, so important here to pick up the first run of the game from scoring position. I guess that's true in any game, but especially in the wild card game. Everything here is just going to get magnified 10 times over. You've got to make these opportunities count.
Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. First and second here with nobody out. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Smoked on the ground left side, and that's through into left, a base hit. Cabrera able to get it in, and that'll hold the runner at third base.
Another base hit right there. Their third hit in a row, and now the bases are loaded here with still nobody out.
James McCann has a golden opportunity to give his guys the lead as he stands in with 3 men aboard.
And Matt, it's early in this game, but this is a big moment right here. It doesn't matter when you score your runs, just that you score more in the end.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Bases loaded here. Nobody out. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Garcia. 1 down. And a relay home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, from a defensive point of view, this does cost them a run on the sacrifice fly, but at least they're finally able to get it out. Plus, the other 2 runners have to hold, so double play's still in effect if they can get a ground ball.
In now, Jose Iglesias, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Oh, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
Swing and a line drive, but this is a foul ball. Runners are at first and second with one away. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
And he's bunting here with 2 strikes, but he misses, and that's a rather weak out number 2.
Batting ninth.
Anthony Ghost gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit. You think there was any intent there?
I don't think so. I mean, he's just trying to bury that two-seamer in on the hands. Got away from him just a little bit.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Tigers 1 and the White Sox nothing. Brett Lawrie strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Second baseman, Brett Lawrie.
Out in front of it, strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Played on the backhand. And Kinsler will flip it on to first for out number 1.
Batting 6th, designated hitter, Adam.
At the plate, Adam LaRoche. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's a fastball from Verlander to jump ahead. 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
1 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Hit softly on the ground to first. Cabrera gloves it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 7th, right fielder,
Avisail Garcia gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Hit hard on the ground to third. Castellanos has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing against Verlander that time around. Still working on a 1-0 lead. Ian Kinsler will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. James McCann is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Sail into the windup. First pitch on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got to look at someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Lifted into center field. Eaton is over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 1,
Jose Iglesias will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Grounded to short. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
The center fielder,
Anthony Gose will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Here comes Cabrera. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Stretch time here on the south side of Chicago. It's the White Sox 3 and the Tigers 1. Alex Avila steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
catcher, Alex Avila.
Back to work now is Verlander as the first pitch of the inning is swung on and missed for strike 1. Well, the guy you see right there calling the shots has opted to roll with his starter here to begin his half of the 7th.
And that pitch count is a concern, so he may get the chance to finish this inning off and then call it a night.
Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Here's J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Inside corner called as strike 1 and 2. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And Rollins will lay off here, and he's worked the count back to 2-2.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
2-2 count. Here it comes. He spoils another one, and will do it again. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. 3rd foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit hard to short. Iglesias is up with it. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away.
The center fielder, number 1, Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton Ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Now here comes the Tiger skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen. That'll end the evening for Justin Verlander. Not an altogether bad performance here, 6 2/3, but he stands to be the loser unless things can turn around.
Your attention, please. Now
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here.
Wilson.
Adam Eaton is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
Now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Chopped foul right at home plate. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Down in order go the White Sox, and it's still 3-1. Ian Kinsler comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Sale gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired. And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Here's Justin Upton now. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there, but hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
And you can see he is none too happy about that last call. I think he's saying it was low, and, well, now I know he was saying it was low. But, you know, you can't show up an umpire like that. He may have just cost his guys another inch or 2 on close calls.
Miguel Cabrera stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Scorched to third. Frazier's up with it. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Cabrera for the second out.
Up next for the Tigers.
So a big moment here and standing in Victor Martinez. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
And you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Tigers leave 1, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Melky Cabrera digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
The first baseman, number 79.
Jose Abreu gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Mark Lowe will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Mark Lowe.
Jose Abreu will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike 1. 1-1, here it comes. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. A 1-2 pitch. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, 2 straight fastballs in on the hands. They haven't produced a strikeout. So now 2-2. You've got a few options here.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Here's Todd Frazier now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
A little low. It's 2-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. A man left for the White Sox as the lead remains 3-1. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th is set to get underway. David Robertson is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Robertson.
J.D. Martinez will come forward now trying to stave off elimination as he'll get the first crack at things here in their half of the 9th.
It's so hard to believe that everything they've worked for all season long comes down now to these final 3 outs.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now, 0-2.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
And he chased it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Martinez is retired, and there's one away.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
Nick Castellanos now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. And he powers the cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
James McCann will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. And a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
The shortstop, number 1, Jose Iglesias.
Jose Iglesias will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. And that's cut on and missed. So now the Tigers find themselves down to their last strike.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Throw is in time, and they will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
Well, I really think that having home field advantage here made a huge difference. And these guys are going to wind up surviving this one-game wild card playoff. So now it's down to the division series, where they're going to come into that game with just a little bit of momentum.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So for Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. We're just getting started, folks. You've been watching the American League Wildcard Game on MLB The Show.
Final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox. 3 runs, 5 hits,